What's up, Teeter people, Teeter Nation, Teeter Moves, my Teeter peeps? It's Coach Matt O'Brien, and I'm super excited because today we're gonna be doing the booty and the biceps, everybody's favorite, or as I like to say, the guns and the buns. Guns and buns workout, fast and furious. If you're hitting the town tonight, you just need something real quick to look good, this is your workout. So let's get working. So we're gonna do a little bit of biceps to get this started. Starting with a little bit of alternate curls. So I'm just taking one arm at a time, squeezing it up. I'm keeping my elbows pinned to my ribs. You can see I'm rotating the handle as I come up, and we're squeezing those arms. So you should have pretty light tension. This is our warm up. We're gonna be doing lots of different bicep movements with the Teeter move, or FitForm. My favorite piece of home equipment on the planet because you can do so much with it. So we're just finishing up these alternate curls, rotating. Then we're gonna do some hammer curls. So what a hammer curl is, kind of put your thumb on top of the handle like this, and you're just gonna bring it up and down. So there's no rotation, your palms stay facing each other, keep those elbows pinned. And we're doing these together, so we're getting faster contractions. Then when you alternate, are you having a good day? Hope you're having an amazing day. Every day above ground is an amazing day. We all have something to be thankful for, and that is certainly one of them if you're breathing. And we'll do one more. And then finally, we're gonna do a prone curl. So this is a reverse curl. It's keeping your palms facing downwards, but keeping those elbows back. It's gonna bring in more of your forearms, getting all the different muscles in the arms, the biceps, as well as some of those in the forearms. So I'm actually gripping the handles as I curl up, and I'm rotating. You probably don't notice that. So as I'm coming up, I'm kind of flexing the wrists backwards. And that actually gets these forearm muscles. So you're getting lots of arm work with those three exercises that we just started with. All right, so let's go back to the alternate curls. This time I'm gonna crank it down a little bit. Flex those knees. We're gonna work a little bit harder now. Those biceps are warming up. And we're gonna curl. These are alternate curls with rotation. But you notice my elbows are staying back. I'm not letting them come forward. You wanna isolate the bicep. If you start using momentum or let the elbow move around, you're gonna start using ancillary muscles and lose that isolation that we're trying to get from this exercise. Guns and buns, here's the guns. Who's ready for some buns? Not yet. Buns are big muscles for most people. And we'll do a few more. You should be, if you're not feeling a burn by now, you need to crank up the tension. If you can't move the cables by now, you need to turn down the tension. That's probably the easiest way to figure it out. All right, so now let's do 10 hammer curls. I like to put my thumb on top. I guess they call it a hammer curl because it looks like you're driving in a hammer. I've never really done any research why they're called hammer curls, but that's what I've always believed. You might believe something different or know something different. You can shoot me a shout out and let me know. If you're enjoying these workouts, please let somebody know. Happy to have you joining me today. And hope you're checking out a bunch of the workouts here on FitForm on Teeter Moves. And then finally, let's go to that prone form iso curl. So you're getting biceps and forearms, especially if you're doing that little wrist extension at the top. Nice. We're gonna do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now we're going to do crank up a little more. Now we're gonna do a partial rep movement. So this is full range of motion here, all the way down, all the way up. We're gonna do the middle half. So skip that first quarter, and we're gonna skip this last quarter. We're gonna work in between those two, right here. So the tension's gonna always be on the muscle. This is where you get that mind-muscle connection. Visualize those fibers contracting. So we're gonna do 15, and then depending on how it feels by that 15th rep, you can decide if you need more tension or less when we do this again. All right, so that's about 15 reps. It's hard to count and talk at the same time, but it's probably close. Everybody feeling all right? I hope so. So let's do one more set. I'm giving you about 30 seconds rest while I'm talking. So I'm gonna crank it up even more. We're gonna do this a little bit harder and a little bit faster. So anytime we're doing anything on the FitForm, if something hurts or doesn't feel right or the cables aren't moving because you might have too much tension on, go ahead and make an adjustment. You can always pause the video. I'm not offended because I don't even know that you did it, but I can feel your energy, so let me know you're ready to work the gun. So let's say gun show on 3, all right? As loud as you can. Let's have some fun. Who cares? Scream at the TV, wake up your family, and on 3, gun show. 1, 2, 3. Gun show, all right. Gotta have some fun. So I got lots of tension on. We're gonna do that middle range of motion. We're gonna pump it out. You ready? Let's go. Let's pump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 7. We're going 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. What did I just learn? That was not enough tension because I probably could have done 30 reps. So I don't know where you are, but based on how that felt, I want you to make a critical decision right now. Critical because if you want results with strength training on FitForm or any other type of equipment, you need to go beyond the comfort zone. So I am talking while we're resting, but that is intentional. We want to rest the muscles, let them recover. And so depending on how that one felt. So I felt like I could have done about 30 reps. So if it was 30 like me, I'm gonna add 2 more numbers. So I'm going up to, oh yeah, there we go. So you decide what you want to crank it to. This is gonna be the last bicep before we get into some booty. So you wanna make sure this hurts. So you wanna get as close to failure as you can. By failure, I mean you just can't move it anymore. You're out of gas, your muscles won't work. That is what's gonna produce results. So that's why we call it working out, not resting out. Gotta get some work done. You gotta go beyond the comfort zone if you want results. Otherwise, it's better than not moving, but it's what I call moving in the gym or walking in the gym. It's better than nothing, but it's not gonna produce the results you're looking for. So let's go beyond the comfort zone and go to as close to failure as possible, all right? So here we go, partial reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's getting tough. 13, 14, 15, 16, I'm going, 17. If you can do more, keep going. 19 and 20, all right. I may have been able to squeak out a couple more, but that's enough. I always say close enough for government work. Haven't been in the military before, I can say that. Not offend anybody, I hope. But I'm gonna put those back in the cradle for now because it's time to transition to some booty work. So I want you to lower the tension back down because now these muscles haven't been really doing anything other than supporting my upper body while I was doing those bicep curls. So we're gonna start with some light tension. I should have told you, and you can pause the video if you don't have your ankle straps on. Go ahead and pause the video right now, throw those on, and get yourself a nice drink of water. we celebrating the gun show. See, mine's starting to fill up with blood. That's the recovery process. You do some work, body goes to work repairing the damage you just did. So if you need a drink, you need to put on the straps. Pause. I'll give you a second. And come on back. Let's get to work. So I'm going to take off the left pulley D-ring here and make sure that stays. I'm going to clip it to the ankle strap D-ring and give it a little test. That's a little much. Kind of give it a little feel, see how it feels. All right. So we're going to do a little booty blast, starting with the left booty in my case. Might be the right booty, depending on what side you're starting with. So I'm on the left pulley, knees are flexed. This leg is gonna be straight, and I'm holding on to the FitForm for dear life so I don't fall off. And with this leg straight, we're gonna do abduction and lift away from our bodies. Like if you abduct a child, which I'm not suggesting you do, because you will go to prison, they will find you. Don't do that, but abducting your leg away from your body is okay. That's gonna actually work the glute medius, which is that muscle that gives you the nice dimple when you're wearing the bikini, ladies, some guys, whatever floats your boat. Bikinis are coming back, the old Speedo, European style. So getting ready for the summer and the bikini body. Hopefully we'll be able to hit the beaches this year. If you don't live in a warm location, I'm in Florida. We get lots of beach time, but this year's been really cold, so no beach for us in a long time. All right, one more. Bam. All right, so you should feel right here burning. If that doesn't burn, you need more tension. All right, so now we're gonna do what I call a mule kick, because it looks like a mule kicking. And the way I coach my clients for the last 22 years is pretend there's a big, heavy, like metal, rusty iron door, and you're gonna try to open it with the heel of your foot. So put the heel of the foot on the door and push it open till you fully extend that leg. And that's gonna really force activate the glute max, okay? AKA the booty or the buns for the buns and gun show. All right, so let's do 12 mule kicks or kickbacks, whatever you want to call them. Keep that ankle 90 degrees, push with the heel. Should feel a really intense contraction in the booty. Feel it. Oh, these are big muscles. Should be making them work. The more muscle fibers you work in a workout, the better metabolic response. So that's why training your legs is so important. 65% of your muscle is below your waist. So I'm gonna do one more. Squeeze. All right. The last part of this trilogy is gonna be a straight leg kickback. So just pretend your leg's like a pendulum. Straight from the hip, straight at the knee. We're just kicking it back. Kind of like if your leg was in a cast and you wanted to kick somebody behind you, what would you do? You'd smack them like that. So let's do that 10 times. I don't even know if I introduced myself. Coach Matt O'Brien, your Teeter FitForm trainer for today, which if you're working out by now, you don't really care what my name is. That's okay. We'll do one more. Ooh. So I don't know about you, but my booty, actually my right booty's burning too, but really my left butt cheek. So we'll catch our breath for a second. If you need to get a drink, pause the video. That's cool. I'm gonna switch. While you're doing that, I'm gonna trade over here and switch it off. So I'm not the most mobile guy on the planet by any stretch of the imagination. And you can see, even for me, I can get down here and switch these D-rings pretty easily. So that's why I love this piece of equipment for almost anybody, assuming you can stand on your legs, all right? So I hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna face away for a second while I do those abductions. And crank it down a little bit for the abductions. Holding on to the FitForm, we're going to keep that leg straight, kick it out to the side. My left knee, the one I'm standing on, is bent, or slightly bent, I should say. Just enough to keep some proprioception in these muscles. So if you lock the knee, it's gonna make it harder to balance. If you flex the knee, it actually allows your nervous system to adapt and balance more efficiently. So do that. Got about 3 more. 2 and 1. Then we're gonna go right into the mule kicks. I explained it last time, so hopefully you have it by now. And knee bent, pushing that door with our heel, kick it, and open that door. Mule kick. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now what's next? Straight legs. Your leg's in the cast, your right leg this time, left knee slightly bent, and we're gonna kick somebody in the head. Not really, unless they're 2 feet tall or they're laying on the ground. Not gonna kick anybody in the head. Maybe some of you can. I'm not that flexible. But that's not really the goal, because you're just trying to get to about 30 degrees at the hip relative to the ground. 30 degrees will activate your glute. That's what we want. If you're not feeling it in your glute, something's wrong. I can't see you, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would help fix the situation. But make some adjustments until you feel this big muscle contracted. Keep that leg straight. Drive it away from your body. I'm supporting myself up here so I can really isolate and squeeze that glute. 1 more. Woo! All right. Hopefully y'all are feeling that. Now, that was a good booty warm-up. We're gonna go back to the biceps, because this is guns and buns. And this time, we're going to do full range of motion biceps. So whatever tension you had when we did that last set to failure, use that as a guide. Come about 1 to 2 points below whatever you had on there. And let's get back to work. So this time we're gonna do a cross body curl, coming across the body like this, alternating, just like we alternated our first set last time, across the body. So if you can't see me, I'm coming across the body like this, but facing the pulleys. And here. Coming across, nice. So we're gonna do 20 total reps, 10 with each arm or thereabouts. Depending on how you're doing this, if you're trying to follow along, you can always do a little extra if you picked a lighter weight and you're like, I don't really feel that yet. Just keep going. Pause the video when you're done, and then you can rewind and catch back up to wherever we're at. So it's more important that you get that feeling of exertion than actually following along. You can always just resync it up once you're done. We'll do 1 more. Nice. All right. So I'm gonna put this in the cradle, and I'm gonna do kind of an iso curl for you guys. You can pin your elbow inside your thigh, squat down, brace yourself on the other thigh, and curl up. So this is an isolation curl, and we're using the inner thigh of that right leg to keep the elbow from moving at all, and you're really isolating that bicep. Squeeze it up. Oh, yes. So this is a really good finishing exercise for the bicep. You can also see I'm keeping my wrist neutral or slightly flexed backwards. And that's gonna force the bicep to really work. Putting it in a complete stretch position and then I'm using my legs so to prevent my body from leveraging the movement to make it easier. So we don't want that. So I'm pinning it and making the bicep truly isolate for this movement. All right, so just for efficiency, you can switch pulleys if you want, but for this exercise, I could have just switched around and used the same pulley. It doesn't really matter. So now on the other side, I'll go through 10 reps, and you can't really see that, so I'll see if I can do it this way. You get the idea. We'll work together. It's misery loves company. I don't want to show you my backside, but hopefully you're working hard on that left arm. And 3 more, 2, and hold, squeeze, 1. All right. So last thing we'll do, which I always love as a finisher, is a little bicep burnout. Are y'all still with me? You feeling the guns? We're about to go back to the buns, but you gotta be, if your guns aren't ready for the gun show yet, you need to crank up the tension, because this is the last thing. This is your last opportunity. We are almost done. We're gonna be done here with the guns, so let's go. All right, last thing, bicep burnout. We're gonna put those palms facing out. We're gonna come all the way up, and we're gonna do this kind of fast. We're gonna do 30 reps, or failure, whichever comes first. Kind of the faster you accelerate, the FitForm, it's gonna stay with you. So use that smooth pulley motion. Go. If you're already out of gas, that's okay. You did your work. Doesn't matter. Don't get fixated on the reps. Get fixated on the feeling. Train to the pain, as I like to tell my clients. And I don't even count reps on the last set. I just go till it hurts. And I'm talking about that muscle burn. 3, 2, 1. All right. So I don't know how many reps you had to do, but that was enough for me to get the job done. So we're gonna finish this workout with the booty. Back to the buns of the Buns and Guns show, or the Guns and Buns. However you wanna say it, kind of rolls off the tongue. So what we're gonna do here is put yourself a lot of tension on, because these are strong, powerful muscles. So I'm cranking it up. Don't crank it so hard that you can't move it. But what we're gonna do first is some partial rep Romanian deadlift. So knees are just slightly bent. I'm in a very powerful squat position, not full squat, partial squat. Head up, chest out. I'm pushing my chest out so that flattens your back and really puts all the force into the buns, part of the Buns and Guns show. So here we are, squeeze, squeeze. So each time I'm coming back to that chest out, spine neutral position, and we're gonna do 15 reps. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Oh yeah. So I'm not gonna do it now, but I just want to show you, if you are more advanced and you want an advanced version of this, first, since it's single leg, you want to crank the tension down a little bit. But you can do one leg back and squeeze it this way, or take that foot off the ground and do it with balance. So those are just 2 upgrades, make it a little bit harder, and you can do 10 reps on each side that way. But I'm gonna finish this workout with the king daddy of all exercises, the deadlift. My favorite exercise, because it works everything. Your core, your glutes, your quads, your calves, your shoulders. Your whole body is either working or stabilizing this movement. Depending on how much load will dictate how much of your muscle contracts. So we're gonna do 10 full rep deadlifts. We're gonna rest for a little bit, and then we're gonna do 8, and then we're gonna rest, and then we're gonna do 6. So If you can do 10 and you feel like you can do 20, crank up the tension for that 8 rep set. But I'll remind you, ready? So we're squatting full squat this time, head up, chest out. So here's the bottom, pushing through my heels and extending. Squat, extend. I'm gonna stop. See, I'm being real with you. That was not enough, cranking it up. So I'm gonna do 6 more at the right tension. There we go. So you gotta be real with yourself. I'm gonna be real with you and make sure we get an effective workout. 2 more. And 1. All right. So that was right on point. So I'm resting 20 seconds. Then I'm gonna do 8 reps. I'm gonna rest 20 seconds. And then we're gonna do 6 reps. So we got about 10 seconds left. Take a deep breath. We're almost done. So here's our 8 rep set in 2, 1, go. Squeeze, squeeze. You don't have to get crazy and come up with all these crazy different exercises. You could do just deadlifts and have a great workout. Do 3 sets of these. 2-3 times a week. That would take what, 5 minutes? 3 times a week. Warm up properly, cool down, but really that is a fundamental exercise that you should all be doing. All right, 5 seconds. We're gonna do our last set of 6 reps. 3, 2, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Before I try to put these in the cradle, I'm cranking that tension down to make it possible to get them up there. I love having those place to put those so you don't have to bend down. I got old knees, so it makes it a little bit easier to move between upper body and clipping it to these ankle straps. So I don't know about you, but I feel amazing. The guns and buns workout. You ready for the gun show? You ready for your bikini or your bathing suit or a night out on the town? So you should feel amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hopefully you have something to be thankful for. An attitude of gratitude will get you a long way. And reach out to somebody and let them know you love them and change their day. Put a smile on their face. I'll catch you on the next workout. Check out all the other amazing trainers and workouts on the Teeter Move app. And I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care.